Happy Sunday. Boy, we are on a roll, so the good times keep going. But it's Sunday. Sunday is a day of regression and craziness in baseball. So, yeah, we'll have to see. We got a 13 game slate today. Let's talk about the recap. Really good day on the parlays. We absolutely hammered the parlays. Had our first losses on straight bets. Cincinnati, Milwaukee. Well, I don't know what that game was. That was 1-0. That was crazy. Both pitchers went into the eighth inning. Absurd. I don't know where Milwaukee's offense just disappeared. And then Baltimore, Tampa Bay under 7.5. That was a big GG. They got to Burns actually. They ended up getting 3 off Corbin. So I think it was 4-0 heading into like the 5th or the 6th. And I was feeling pretty good about that number. And then they got to him. So it is what it is. Let's see, and then obviously the Dodgers won. Love that play at -105. I think I said on the stream by the time the game comes around, they would be the favorite, and they were. So we got really good closing line value getting to them early at -105. All right, so overall 4-unit day, pretty good. We did hit the fun parlay. I don't count the fun parlay. That is another that's another scammy little thing that the people that try to take your money do. They will give you a parlay, and then if it hits, they count it. But if it doesn't hit, you don't count it. So I'm not going to do that, right? That would be an additional 3 point something units. It ended up being like a 7-unit day, but we don't count it when we lose, therefore we don't count it when we win. So counting the plays that we had, 4-unit day. But I love that we hit the fun parlay. It was a pretty straight card yesterday, so that was a fun day. We went 12-4 overall. Obviously, this video is coming out a little later. I didn't go through the props. I didn't feel like looking through all the stats for these folks, so probably not a good day if I had to guess, just based on the results of the games. But I have no idea, to be honest. I just know these two lost. And then the Nerfies, we went. Let's see. This one would have hit. I don't think these two hit. So we would have went 1 and 2 on the Nerfies. Nerfies have been really weird. That's why I haven't been putting them in parlays or anything like that. They've just been real dodgy. So, hey, we are clawing our way back. We are clawing our way back. This is not right. What's going on? It is right. Damn, we are still down. The hell? We should be up right now. That's crazy. Oh, no, we are up. I just didn't change the color. Hey, let's go, baby. All right, so we're green back in August. We're up 18 units since we started tracking this not even a month ago. So doing really good. Let's get into the slate. 13-game slate. I'll be honest, guys. I don't love a lot of this. I got a bad feeling about this Sunday slate. So I don't have a ton of plays. I'm going to go very, very light today. No need to ruin 3 winning days trying to push it on a shitty slate. All right, so Nationals, Angels. This guy going for the Angels is so bad. He's got Mackenzie Gore on the other side. It's a Nats all day. I'll tell you a prop I really like is Nats first 5 over 2.5 runs at +100. I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. I really like that. This guy is absolutely horrendous. He has just gotten shelled by every team that he has faced. So it's been a little bit since he's pitched. Could something have changed? Yeah, but I like the Nats there. Just a real shitty game. Like I said, it just kind of sums up this slate. Yankees game. I mean, we saw the Yankees put a beat down on the Rangers, and then in perfect doubleheader fashion, the Rangers put a beat down on them. So now we've got this next game. It's Stroman versus Haney. I don't trust Stroman. This guy got lit up against Toronto at home. He's just a really bad pitcher. I said Haney isn't much better, but he's a little. They're both streaky-ass pitchers. The only bet I would feel comfortable taking is the over 9.5. With the wind blowing out, 2 bad pitchers, there'll have to be runs scored. So, lean Yankees, but I can't bet them with Stroman on the hill. All right, Red Sox and Astros. This is Hunter Brown's first start at Fenway, so something to keep in mind that makes me a little edgy, but I'll fade Paxton. He had an okay outing last time. Yeah, this is just a really good spot to take the Astros to just absolutely finish the deal and sweep them in Fenway. So, got to fade Paxton, go with the Astros, just the hotter team right now. And the splits just don't favor the Astros in terms of Hunter Brown's pitch mix. Actually, I think it does. We'll go back to that. So it really does, right? On paper, it looks like it is. But if we look at Brown, he's got a 161 average to lefties. Boston's going to be bringing 7 lefties. So there would have to be some reversion to his average, which definitely possible with this Boston lineup. You could look at Boston for the upset. So there is value if you trust Paxton. I'll put it that way. I don't. All right, Blue Jays and the Athletics. I mean, this game, like, what the hell? This is one we lost yesterday. 1-0. Crazy. I thought the Blue Jays were going to score so many times. Tip the cap to Yaro Rodriguez. Pitched a really good game. He was the one I was nervous about. I wasn't nervous about their offense. He got the job done. So I would expect some offense today. I don't think we touched this 8.5 number. I definitely lean the under with these two pitchers. What makes me a little nervous, Bassett had a very, very good outing against the Orioles. He went into the 8th inning last start. So that's a lot deeper than he normally goes. So I do have a little bit of concern. Is there some fatigue in his arm? His pitch splits don't look great. So I do see value on taking the A's at plus 130 today. This is just more of a bounce back idea that they're not going to lose 2 in a row to the A's at home. So, but like I said, value on the A's there at plus money. All right, Padres and the Marlins. I mean, Dylan Cease should be really fresh. He only pitched 1 inning in his last start in Pittsburgh, and then it got rained out. So he should be coming in this game super fresh. He's been on a tear. Max Meyer for the Marlins, not great. Only way you can play this is Padres first 5 minus a half, which that's the route I went. I just don't really trust the Padres bullpen right now. That said, the Marlins bullpen's not much better, but give me Dylan Cease versus Max Meyer all day. Or you could do a first 7 even. Yeah, I don't really see a path to take the Marlins here. It's just too big of a pitching disparity. Padres are hitting. Yeah, I can't find value there. Orioles, Rays, Albert Suarez. Man, this guy makes me nervous. I'm not going to lie. Not an Albert Suarez fan. That said, he had a decent start last outing, but he's got a 4.5 away ERA. I was really hoping this guy would never pitch again for the Orioles, but he's going up against Jeffrey Springs, left-hander. Man, he does not look great. Springs has been giving up a decent amount of runs, 2-3 runs every time. I think the Orioles jump on him. I just don't see them losing this game. So give me the Orioles here at good value at minus 115. Just hope Suarez doesn't shit the bed. Actually switch this. So I liked the Reds when they were plus 100. I was all about it. So this line all of a sudden just moved. There was a ton of money that came in on the Reds. Now the Orioles Brewers are minus 105. So I'll take the Brewers here. I feel like it's coin flip game. I can't trust their offense. It's going to be a bullpen game for the Brewers. Lodolo's been getting hit up a decent amount lately, so I don't trust their offense, and I don't necessarily trust Lodolo right now. So give me the Brewers in that game. Probably not one I'm going to bet, to be honest. Twins, Guardians. This is a tough one. Another one I really don't love it, so probably won't touch it, but lean would be the Twins. To me, you have a very coin flip game. In that case, I'm going to take the value, and that value also happens to be the home team. So that's kind of a 2-for-1 type of deal. Both bullpens are in really good shape. There's no bullpen issues there. David Festa, his last 2 games, has looked amazing. He's got 10 innings pitched, 2 earned runs, 15 Ks, both away starts too. So I think that's even more impressive that he did that in, I believe, New York. And crap, I'm drawing a blank on his other one, but really good start. So if we look at Bybee, he's got a 3.0 away ERA. He did pitch against this team already. He's pitched against them twice, actually. Once in April, once in May. Both pretty good. Overall in his career, he's just pretty good. If we go back to last year, he's got 5 starts against them. He's only given up 9 earned runs and 27 innings pitched. So, there's a path there to say, hey, the Cleveland has the edge. Pitch splits don't necessarily favor Bybee. Real question is, can the Twins hit with runners in scoring position? That's really where they've been deficient, right? They're hitting 170 over the past week, 216 over the past 2 weeks. So edge definitely to Cleveland in that regard. Bullpen advantage to Cleveland. So again, you can really make a case for Cleveland. It's just their bats are a little spotty, and Festa's been really good. So I'm just gonna go with that. All right, Braves, Rockies. Braves, it's been a pretty wild series, but ended up letting the Rockies back in. Then they ended up scoring. Very high-scoring game. It was like 11-8. Kyle Freeland going up against Spencer Schwellenbach. Schwellenbach's first start in Coors Field. Um, my only concern here, again, man, I went back and forth on so many games. I ended up going with the Rockies. My only concern is their bullpen is in real bad shape. They've got like 4 pitchers that no way they pitch today. That said, they've got their closer, so I think it's okay. I like Freeland. He's been pitching really well lately. I could see the Rockies jumping all over Schwellenbach. He's not anything special. So just one I could see him jumping on him. I don't know if I actually play this, but I think the value on getaway day would be on the Rockies. So that's why I put him on here. All right, this game, Keter Montero going up against Hayden Birdsong. Birdsong got absolutely destroyed by the Nationals in his last start. He got rocked to oblivion. So how will he handle that? It's really his first start ever really getting rocked. I like the over in this game. The wind's blowing out like 11 miles an hour. We get an over-under of 7.5. Montero's okay. He had a pretty good start against the Mariners last time. It was a really good start, but I don't think that's the norm. I think that's just an outlier a little bit. So I like the Giants to jump all over him. I also can see a path where the Tigers can win. So kind of another one, like, I think we've got it in the bet line today, but not, like I said, I just don't love the slate. The lines are too high. The props it's just really hard to find value today. So we're not going to push it. Dodgers Pirates. I mean, the value is on taking the Pirates, but I don't trust Bailey Falter. Glasnow looked pretty good in his last start, so I think he should get the job done. This Pirates offense just doesn't scare me. They can't get up. That said, if we go back over a lot of other series against the Dodgers at home, they have a really good track record against the Dodgers at home. So could they pull one out? Maybe, but I'm not gonna. I can't go against a Dodgers team that's kind of really starting to round out into form and their aces on the hill. So Dodgers for me. Got to go run line to find value or parlay it. Merrill Kelly on the hill for the D-backs. This is his first game since April. Looked really good up until he had to go out. Christopher Sanchez on the other side. Sanchez had this really good start to the season, like amazing. Then he hit a rough patch, and then his last couple of starts have been really good. His start against the Dodgers at LA was outstanding. I know because I had picked him to get rocked, and he didn't. So that said, his pitch splits look really bad against the Diamondbacks. But kind of what I'm going with is, when teams get beat by double digits, it's like a 63% chance they turn around and win the next game. I don't think Merrill Kelly pitches all that long, right? He's going to be on a pitch split, probably 60, 70 pitches max, right? He'll be on a limit. So give me the Phillies there. But again, another one, I'm just not going to bet it. This is too tight. It can go either way. It's just kind of an ugly, you're gambling at that point. I don't necessarily think there's a huge edge to bet the Phillies. So that's just pure gambling. Mariners, Mets, Severino, and Castillo. I like the Mets in this situation. I know they haven't proven shit, and they haven't done anything. I think they get up against Castillo. There is a track record there between the Mets and Castillo. There's a lot of familiarity. Obviously, Castillo's pitched in the National League, so they've had some success off of him. This is Severino's first start in Seattle since 2017, so that's kind of interesting. We'll have to see how that goes, but he's pitched pretty well against the Mariners. This is just one I think the bats show up, but again, just a guess, probably not one I play. It's just kind of how this whole card is. I don't necessarily love it today. I'm going to keep searching, but nothing great, man. Only bets I like today, I like the Rangers and Yankees over 9.5. Wind blowing out, 2 bad pitchers, should equal runs. And then I like Padres first 5 -0.5. So we're just backing Dylan Cease to get the job done. Some parlays. Let's see. Padres -1, Dodgers -1, and then the Orioles. Actually, I like that one. If there was anybody else but Suarez pitching, I would absolutely love that one. And then I've got Giants, Blue Jays, Astros +341. Fun parlay. Kind of had to go really big just because there's so many -200, -185. A lot of bad lines there. And then upset parlay. I like Brewers, Rockies, Mets. Pair those together +892. I didn't do any props today, guys. I got up late night last night, so I didn't look into any props. And then the only nerfy I really liked on the board today was just Cleveland, Minnesota. So that's That's all I got, man. Other leans, again, I mean, I looked through every game trying to find, you can just see it's just a lean board today. There's not a lot I liked. The Nationals first 5 over 2.5. I had that on the card and I pulled it off. I don't know. That might be one that makes it. So if I do any other plays, guys, I'm going to keep looking. But follow me on Twitter or X. I will post a couple out there that I find. And if you haven't yet, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. We are only 3 subs away from 100. So thank you guys very much. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow.